You thank the Change God for its blessing and quickly run away. Hey everyone, and welcome back to In Stars in Time, where last time we woke up here in the town of Dormont, where it is the last day before the end of our journey. Tomorrow we will be facing the king and putting an end to the king's curse, which has frozen time across the land, across the country of Vogard. We learned a bit about our party and how they all met, but today it's time to go and actually meet them in person. So first off, we need to find Odile, who is apparently in the shop. The sign says, shop. Well, I think we found our target. And you must be Odile. Odile is here looking at what the shop has to offer. Odile! Oh, Sifrin, you look rested. Glad to see you this laid back on the day before the end of the world. Anyway, how can I help you? Questions, what do we want to ask? Well, first off, clock tower, sleepover. A sleepover? You guys really are kids. We can forget about our problems, though. I suppose so. Nonetheless, I'll be there. Poor Boniface will probably need it. Maybe we all do. But the room only has 3 beds, right? I better get a whole bed to myself. Mira and Bonnie will probably be sharing. Mirabelle and Bonnie? So who'll sleep on the ground, you or Isabeau? I think me and Isa will share. Fascinating. Anyway, I'll be there. You know, since we already decided earlier we'd meet at the clock tower and all. Yeah, you already all planned to meet up at the clock tower, so was there really a need for you to let everyone know? You could have just met everyone at the clock tower. Oh well. Not like you have anything better to do. Anything else? Questions. Well, we're fighting the king tomorrow. We are. I hope you're prepared. The king and the sadnesses his destruction creates. They possess crafts capable of slowing us down or even freezing us in time completely. So, as always, we're counting on you and your speed to keep us out of trouble. Aw, so you want me in the front again? Leading everyone, if possible. You've already proven good at preventing traps and keeping us alive, so I don't see why that has to change. And as always, you can count on me to provide everyone with intel on any new enemies we encounter. Everyone except Boniface will be on battle duty, but I might ask Boniface to do something as well. It might be good for everyone to give the kids something to do. Boring tactics talk, I know. I'll shut up and buy items for our journey to the top of the house. Oh? Have you found it? Is your field of research tactics? Oh, gems. Are you still trying to figure out what I'm researching? No, my field of research isn't tactics. Isabel actually proposed that one last week, late one. Oh. Give it up already. None of you will ever figure out what I'm studying. It'll stay a secret forever. Well, I guess we're never gonna know what you're studying then, Odile. Maybe though, maybe we'll figure it out. We just gotta keep guessing, we'll get it eventually. What will you do after? After tomorrow, if we survive? I wish I had your confidence. Maybe I'll just go home to Kabul. I haven't seen my country in many years. Before I met Mirabelle and Isabeau, my main goal was to travel to Vogard and see its many different places, sites, cultures. I've already accomplished this by traveling with Mirabelle, so... Was it all for your research? Yes. Your research into... Oh my god. Culturesology? Culturesology isn't a field of research, Sifrin. But it is a field of research you spent your life trying to create. Stop inventing a backstory for me! What about you? What will you do? If we beat the king, that is. Not sure I'm feeling this voice for Odile. I'll keep thinking about voices for Odile. Will you go back to your own country, maybe? What will you do? I guess come up with my own field of research. Anything else we can ask? Looks like that's it. Okay, I'll see you at the clock tower later then. You talked to Odile. You cross Odile from the reminder note. Yeah, I'll keep thinking about Odile's voice. I'll come up with something good. That feels like it'll hurt my throat after a while. It already is. Okay, so next up was Bonnie, or Boniface. Boniface, or I'm just gonna call them Bonnie, can be found over to the east as mentioned. The sign says East Dormont and Clock Tower. Oh, well that's helpful to know. So I think Mirabelle said east and then south? There you are, Bonnie. Bonnie is here looking morosely at the fields. Bonnie Bonnie! Hey, friend. Oh boy. What do you want? Questions. Clock tower, sleepover. Sleepover? That's pretty dumb. Was it your idea? Hey, Mira's actually. Oh. And it's a great idea. Why didn't you come up with it? Okay. Stars, you do not know how to deal with Bonnie anymore. How about you worrying about tomorrow? No. Not even a little bit. That's a lie. Your sister will be okay, you know. Don't talk about my sister! And anyway, I don't need to worry about her. It's not like she's gonna move from her spot. Bonnie's sister is in Bambouche, a coastal village hundreds of kilometers from here. A few months ago, the king froze their whole village in time. Unless you manage to beat the king tomorrow, Bonnie's sister will never move again. What'll you do after? If we beat the king, I'll go and see my sister in Bambouche, duh. And then I'll hug her. And then I'll tell her I really, really tried. Tried what? And then you won't be here anyway, so you won't be here to ask me stupid questions, you crab. What about you anyway? What will you do? What will you do? I'll go to space, I guess. Space sounds lame. I bet you can't even go there anyway. I totally can. Wait, really? How? It's a secret. This is why I don't like you, Sifrin. Oh. And it looks like that's it. See you at the clock tower. You talked to Bonnie. We crossed Bonnie from the reminder note. Bonnie doesn't seem to like Sifrin too much. I'm sorry, Sifrin. Alright then, next up on the list was the last party member, Isabeau, and Isabeau is going to be found off to the west, near the favor tree, we were told. Hello there, Isabeau. Isabeau is here, probably pondering what favor to ask the tree. Isa! Sif! Isa! Sif! Isa! Sif! Oh my god, we can keep going. Isa! Okay, that's it. I'm ending this bit. Aw. Boo. That's how it has to be, Sifrin. Anyway, I was just looking at the favor tree. Isn't this tree cool? Yeah, it is. It's a pretty big tree. Glad you agree. One could say it's a pretty, tremendous tree. Ha 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 ha! Yeah! Yeah! Yes! You both laugh. Laughing uproariously, he raises his hand toward your shoulder, but stops and brings it to his side. That was funny. I'm gonna go soon so you can do your thing with the tree, but do you want to talk before I go? Questions for Isa? Yeah. Clock tower, sleepover. Huh? A sleepover? Crab, yeah. Doesn't the clock tower only have 3 beds, though? I'm guessing Bonbon and Mira will share, and Madame Odile will take her own. Which means we'll share beds again, Sif. I got dibs on the left side. We could tease him. I'm actually sharing with Mira. What? Are you? But why? You're smiling. You're messing with me, aren't you? You should know this, Sif. I'll always be at your side, whether in battle or in bed. You know what I mean. What a nice guy. Oh, Isa. Oh, you dork. So what's up with the big tree anyway, this favor tree? Oh? You don't know about the favor tree? Well, it's just a random big tree. But when you're a believer of the House of Change, the biggest tree in a certain place is called a favor tree. It's the tree with the most power, so you can ask it things. As a favor. Like, please help me pass my Defender exams. Which is like a totally random example. Isn't Isabeau a Defender? Did you ask a mythical tree to help you pass your exams? And I passed with flying colors, thank you very much. Well, I did study very hard, so it's not like the tree did much. But even a little bit helps. You should ask the tree for a favor too. It's a big day tomorrow. I suppose maybe. What will you do after we're done? After we beat the king? Wow, Sif! So confident! So cool! I like it! I think I'll just return home to Jovent. I don't have anything else planned. I wonder how I think it's Jovan? Jovan is doing. When we left it, it was still standing, moving, but I think the king's curse may have caught up to it. So then, will you take your job back? Nah, being a defender has kind of lost its shine. I always admired the defenders, you know? It's all about protecting your neighborhood, your city. Helping them out with whatever they need, but be it getting a cat from a tree or helping an old man with his bags. But when Mira came to Jovan asking for help after Dormont's house had fallen, I was ready to help for all of Jovan's defenders to help, but you know what they said? Nah. And I could tell that they said that because they were scared. The worst defender see is like a robbery, maybe. So suddenly helping to save Vogard was too much for them. But not helping because you're scared? I just couldn't accept that. That's not brave. So I quit, and I won't go back. I'll do something else. Maybe it's time for me to do something brand new. I got a secret. I've always wanted to be a clothing designer. So maybe I could just take an apprenticeship somewhere. You never knew. That sounds great, Issa. Heh, I knew you'd approve. What about you, Sif? What will you do when we beat the king? What will we do? Start a comedy club, I guess. Wait, really? Are you serious? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, finally more people will be able to hear your puns. And I think that it's all the questions we can ask Isabeau. Okay, I'll be going now. I'll see you at the clock tower later. We talked to Isabeau. Isabeau's been crossed from the note. Time to go to the favor tree. Indeed, now that we've talked to everyone, might as well go ask for a favor while we're here. The favor tree looms above you. You slowly walk closer to the trunk of the tree, where you can see some leaves you can grab. You need a leaf to ask the favor tree for something, after all. You look around for a leaf you like and think. Asking for a favor from a higher power like a big tree sounds pretty close to a wish, you think. A wish. A wish. The favor trees seem to be popular among people in Vogard lately. You think that if people came to make a wish, they'd probably wish for Vogard to be saved. You don't really need to add another wish like that to the pile. The trees are probably on it. But you'd feel bad wishing for something big and taking away from everyone's wish to save Vogard. Something small, then. Something simple. Something nice. Okay, you have a few ideas, but you can only choose one. You wish? We have 4 choices, I believe? To visit more places with Mirabelle? To wear clothes Isabeau has made? To go with Odile to see her country? Or to be here when Bonnie reunites with her sister? This is a hard choice. They're all good, but honestly, I do really like Bonnie. Bonnie's not the nicest to Siffrin, but they're also dealing with a lot. Losing their sister, they're a small preteen child, basically out here with strangers, helping to save the world. But again, they're a preteen. They're a small child. That's terrifying. I want to see them back with their sister, safe. Bonnie has been distant from you lately. You're not sure why, but you'd like to be here when they see their sister again. They miss their sister so much. Sometimes you can hear them cry out at night, calling their sister's name. If you could help them save her, help them get back to their sister and see her safe and alive. You'd like to do that. You want them to be happy. You want to stay with them. A wish in mind, you look at the leaf you've chosen and wish. You breathe your wish into the leaf. Repeat it 3 times, and fold the leaf closed, keeping your wish safe. All done. Gently, you let the leaf go and walk back to the town. You have a sleepover to go to, after all. So, the clock tower to the east of town past the broken bridge, huh? It may be time for you to head there. Yeah, not much else left to do in town. Though I suppose before we go, we can always check in with the rest of the residents. In fact, I think we'll do that. Let's go talk with other people real quick. First off, let's go check out a new area to the north that we haven't been to. We can see ahead, the house, Dormont's House of Change, that the king has taken over and made into his own personal base. Hello, young lad. Sit down next to me. You can sit on benches and stools by walking into them. Yes, I know. Just walk into them. Very intuitive. Indeed. Horrifying, isn't it? Our beautiful house of change, warped into such a terrible shape. The king waits inside, waits for the entire country to finally be frozen in time. I shall pray for your victory tomorrow. Thank you. Our journey's almost at an end, but we can't let up our guard yet. Our final trials await. Alright, now let's go start talking to people in town. Starting off with... let's check out this house. The door seems to be locked. Interesting. I didn't think a welcoming village like Dormont knew how to lock doors. The lock keeping it closed has an interesting shape. It doesn't have a hole for a key. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know how to unlock it if it doesn't have a keyhole. Next up, we went in the shop earlier, but we didn't talk to the shopkeep. Ahoy, traveling one! Oh, you're with Mirabelle and the lady with the glasses. I recognize you. Can you believe Mirabelle has been blessed by the Change God to save us all? The Change God almost never gives blessings of any kind. It's truly amazing Mirabelle has been chosen. May the Change God protect her in her journey. You nod. The Change God, huh? It's a very strong belief here. Next up, let's check out the building that Mirabelle was in front of. The sign says library. Alright, let's check it out. Welcome to the library. Well, our selection is kind of lacking. All the good books are in the house. But the house is, well, closed until further notice, since the king took residence there and froze everyone in time. Are you looking for a book in particular? I think I'm good, but thank you. No problem. Let me know if I can help with anything. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the library. A pile of papers. What horrible handwriting. You can't read any of them. Oh dear. That's unfortunate to be in charge of the library and not have great handwriting. It's more ironic than anything. The bookcase is filled with novels. Run, Child, Run. The Unrestrained. The Cursing of Chateau Castle issues number 6, 12, and 24. None of those catch your eye. The bookcase is filled with books about culture. Travelers of the World, The House, Monasteries of the Change God, Kabuan Expressions. Oh? There's an old book stuck between the shelf and the wall. Take it out? Sure, what's it doing stuck there? Pushing some books around, you manage to get a hold of the old book. Book between your hands, you try to read the title. Try as you might, your mind can't seem to get a hold of the letters. You put it back. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess it has been a long journey. Maybe you're just tired. The bookcase is filled with books about craft. What is craft? Crafting for dummies. Creative craft, how to use paper type effectively. Scissors type, and me. Just because you're rock type doesn't mean you can destroy walls, and many more. You should give that last one to Bonnie. Pick up What is Craft? Crafting for dummies? Sure, let's learn about craft, which is the magic system of this world. You pick up the book and open it at a random page. Protection craft, creative craft, and piercing craft, or commonly known as rock, paper, and scissors craft, are 3 branches of common craft able to be used by most people. It is the art of molding the world around us as we see fit, like crafting clay into moving figurines, or using paint to create art that blah 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 blah. You flip through the book. Using craft in battle is taking the creative energy and making it physical to hurt enemies, blah blah blah. You flip through the book. Other types of crafts include body craft, time craft, blah blah blah. You flip through the book. Time craft. You shouldn't be able to craft time. There's a piece of paper taped to the page with a tiny face drawn on it. The tiny face is an upside down smiling face saying, ha 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 ha, funny joke. Timecraft not being achievable was the theory for a long time, but the king is able to freeze people in time, isn't he? Concerning. Very concerning. There's a paper attached to the wall. The paper seems to list people who aren't allowed in the library for crimes against books. Oh dear. That's several pieces of paper for that crime against books list. Let's hope it's not actually all that many people. Big papers. You slightly unroll one to look inside. It's a big map of Vogard. Neat! Would be helpful if we were still on the main journey and not about to end it, but sure. Next up, you! Oh, hey, traveler. You're not from Vogard, are you? That's the rumor, at least. I'm from Poteria myself. I came to Vogard to further my studies a few months ago. Poteria, huh? How are you liking Vogard? It's nice, right? Lots of scholars, good food, welcoming people. Especially their houses of change. They let everyone in, and they aren't shy about sharing their knowledge, even if you don't follow their belief. It's strange, right? I've traveled a lot, but I've never been to a country with such welcoming people. I could move here, to be honest. Well, it's a little awkward right now with the king. I might actually be forced to move here. Permanently. I should pick a good spot to be frozen in. Not that I think you won't win tomorrow, of course. I have faith you'll win, of course. Vogard is very welcoming. People always notice you're not from here, but they're more likely to ask if you'd like to stay at their home for a bit than anything else. That's good. That's really good to hear. So far we've heard basically all good things about Vogard. Welcoming country, accepting of others. Their faith is welcoming of people who don't even follow it, willing to share their knowledge. It sounds like a lovely country. Hello there. Hello. Welcome to my home, complete stranger. Oh, you're one of the people traveling with that Mirabelle, aren't you? One of the saviors. Yes, I like going into strangers' homes. Don't we all? Since you're here, can you help me? I'm trying to figure out which necklace to give my lovely, wonderful, beautiful wife. She stops what she's crafting and shows you two necklaces. One with round beads and one with teardrop-shaped ones. Next to her, her wife is not moving an inch. The round one, I think. You're right. I think she'd be happy about this one. She gently attaches the necklace around her wife's neck and looks at her for a while. Hey, make sure to defeat the king tomorrow, okay? I'd like to ask my wife which one she actually prefers. Yeah, I'll do my best. We'll save her. We'll save everyone. The woman sits there, frozen in time. A small desk with some flowers on it. Oh, don't look in that drawer, stranger. It's my awful necklaces I made and need to throw away drawer. Ah, understood. We've all had hobbies like that where it just doesn't seem to go right for a bit. This door must lead to the rest of the house, but you can't go there. You've been told going farther than the first room in other people's houses is very rude. Vogardian customs are so weird. But of course, going in the first room, perfectly acceptable. Alright, next up, we have you. The woman is daydreaming, singing softly under her breath. Oh, hi! You're one of the saviors, aren't you? I recognize you. And you traveled with a few people, right? You traveled with, I traveled with a few people, but mostly with Mirabelle since she's the party lead. Mirabelle! I know her, she's from here. What a wonderful young woman. I never talked to her much, though. I wonder, though. Is she the younger or older sister of your group? She'd fit both, wouldn't she? You laugh awkwardly. I guess. She definitely seems to be the type that looks out for people, but she also does seem a bit insecure. So I guess she could fit both. I can see it. Hello there, friend. Let's check out your bookshelves. You have many books. The bookcase is filled with a series of novels called The Cursing of Chateau Castle. You've seen Mirabelle read one issue, so you assume the series is about romance. And also about terrible things happening to good people. How about this shelf up here? The bookcase is filled with a series of novels called The Cursing of Chateau Castle. It's the same. Friend, you have a lot of books. And once again, the same. Actually, I'm curious. We can count how many books there are fairly easily. Let's see. In one row, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. There's 12 books in one row, 3 rows in one bookshelf, so that's 36 books per bookshelf. Over 3 bookshelves is 90 plus 12, 102? I want to say 102 books. Not counting the ones stacked on top. Oh, you've got a lot of books. And they're all The Cursing of Chateau Castle, it seems. You can see even more books peeking from under the bed. A pile of notes explaining the themes and hidden Easter eggs in the series The Cursing of Chateau Castle. You know, I've had interests like that before. I've had special interests. They can be intense, but I'm glad you seem to be enjoying it. You know, the end of the world is fine and all, but I only have one regret. I won't be able to know what happens to Lord Joseph Andre in the final issue of The Cursing of Chateau Castle. Did he manage to protect his castle to the very end? Did he finally find his friend Pierre-Jacques Ernest? Did he finally find more about himself? Oh, I'll never know. Is that really what they're worrying about today? A book series? Not their imminent death or anything? I mean, that can be a pretty healthy way to cope, actually. Don't worry about the big things. Worry about the little ones that are less overwhelming. Weird. Not that weird, Siffrin. Alright, next house is the last house in this part of the village. Oh, we just walked inside you. Oops, I'm sorry. Big hat, impossibly warm-looking cloak. You must be one of the people traveling with Mirabelle. She's pretty well known around here. The chosen one, you know? Blessed by the Change God with the power to save Vogard. Plus, before all this, she was a housemaid at the House of Change nearby. She'd take classes, help out with chores, help the other housemaidens with their studies and craft. Little perfect Mirabelle. As for me, I think she's the most wonderful being on Earth! No wonder the Change God blessed her when she's this wonderful! I used to go to the house a lot for my classes, and she was always there taking the class with me. I've never had a class I didn't share with her. She's so cool, so helpful, so driven. Honestly, we're kind of best friends. Even though I've never had a single conversation with her. Talking to people is hard, you get it. You hope she'll get to talk to Mirabelle before tomorrow. Best of luck. Oh dear. A desk. There's a half-written letter on it, along with a pile of blank paper. Oh, those are my drafts from Mirabelle's letter. Don't look, please. You look away. Alright, I won't invade your privacy anymore. Good luck with talking to Mirabelle. And that's all the villagers in this part of town, so let's head on to the east part of town. And there's not too many people here to talk to. I guess there are a few, actually. Let's start with you. Oh? Is someone there? Yeah, hello. Aha! Hello there. Oh, I don't recognize your voice. Are you perhaps one of the saviors? I knew it, I knew it. It's very nice to meet you. I've met another one of you earlier. They smelled like snacks. A little kid by the name of Bonnie, was it? If you're looking for them, I heard them go past the bridge just south of here a little while ago. They went to look at my veggie field, talked to me about my veggie field, and went back to look at my veggie field. They said my vegetables looked really shiny and delicious, so I would die for them now. Perhaps I shouldn't make such jokes considering they might actually die soon because of the king's curse. Yeah, we'll do our best. The door seems to be locked. Interesting. I didn't think a welcoming village like Dormont knew how to lock doors. The lock keeping it closed has an interesting shape. It doesn't have a hole for a key. Another one of these locks. Unfortunate, we can't explore. Alright, up to the north we have... Hello there! Hello! Aren't you one of the saviors traveling with Mirabelle? You're doing so much for us. I wish I could help you in some way. I know! I grow flowers. Beautiful flowers that can make someone like you happy. Here, have one. You could keep it or gift it to someone special. And we got a bright flower. Nice! We put the flower in our pocket along with our souvenirs. We can give the flower to one of our party members by talking to them. Nice! We'll have to give that to someone. Next up, this kid seems to be drawing pictures of someone. It's Mirabelle! In fact, that's a drawing of Mirabelle we saw when we were doing the review of the journey so far. The kid beams at you. They shuffle their drawings around and show you another one. It's you! It's me! The kid smiles and kicks their feet happily. You really like their art. Maybe, can you draw me something I can take with me? The kid looks at you for a moment, then gets to work. It's you and your friends! It's me and my friends! It's such a good drawing! The kid makes a happy noise and gives you the drawing. We got the friendship doodle. We put the drawing in our pocket along with our souvenirs. Thank you, talented one. The kid laughs happily and gets back to drawing. So yeah, that's where all those drawings we saw when we were reviewing the story so far came from. Next up, the sign says, my friend made a sign for my house, so now I have to keep it. Alright, well, let's check out your house. Oh, hello, traveler. I hope the smell in here isn't too overpowering. I'm cooking a lot of different things for tomorrow. All of us in Dormont talked a few days back, and we decided that while you'll be exploring the house to fight the king, everyone in the village will be partying. That way, if you win, we'll already have the party in full swing. But if you don't, and we all get frozen by the king's curse, we'll be frozen in time, but at least we'll be happy. Party. Good for you? Honestly, I think that's not the worst idea in the world. I can tell you find that weird. Even if the end is coming for us, it's still a new form of change. And any type of change deserves to be celebrated. Fogart is so weird. Beautiful cutlery. Very beautiful indeed. Shelves filled with various foods. Being near them makes your stomach rumble. Didn't we just eat a Pay-Now chocolate not that long ago, Sifrin? Some recipes. You are really busy, so I think I'm gonna let you get to it. Alright, and the last people to talk to in the village, literally the last people to talk to in the village, are these three kids. The kid still dances as she looks at you curiously. You look so weird. Are you from up in the sky? Are we? How did you know? Yes, I knew it. If you're from the sky, then I'm gonna give this back to you. We got a 4-pointed leaf. We put the leaf in our pocket along with our souvenirs. It fell from the sky, but I'm giving it back. Thank you for this gift. The kid nods stoically. Well, that's very kind of you. Maybe the 4-leaf clover will bring us luck. Hey, big-hatted one. My mother talked about you. She said you're a traveler with a big hat, but it doesn't mean you're a wizard. Because wizards aren't real. Are you a wizard? I wish. Nope, just a traveler. Boring. The kid turns away and ignores you. So mean! So mean indeed. Kid is not interested in anything except for wizards. The little girl making a frog embroidery seems too shy to make eye contact with you. Hi! Hi. She seems shy. Let's leave her alone. We don't want to force her to talk if she doesn't want to. We smile and wave goodbye. Bye. Alright, that is all the villagers in Dormont. So then, now that we've met the entire town, it's time to go and fight the king. Next time on Stars in Time, we're going to be heading east across the river, over to the clock tower for our sleepover, for the final night before the final battle. I'll see everyone next time for that.